Today I'd like to read you Jacob O'Reilly Wants a Pet. And this is by Lynne Rickards. Jacob O'Reilly had tried all he could to convince Mum and Dad he'd be ever so good, an absolute angel and the greatest son ever, if only they would let him have one little pet. And there he is there on his tower, saying, "Number one son, I want a pet." He asked for a dog, but Dad didn't want fleas. He tried for a cat, but the fur made Mum sneeze. He went through a whole list of small rodents for sale, but the very idea turned Mum and Dad pale. "If I'm not allowed gerbils or hamsters or mice, don't you think an iguana would be rather nice? He'd be awfully quiet and he'd eat all the bugs and never leave fur or dead birds on the rug. Please, can I have a pet?" "An emu can make a fine pet, have you heard? It is said to be quite an affectionate bird, and though it is tall and needs quite a large nest, it keeps to itself and it's never a pest. Oh, please, can I have a pet?" And you can see the nest is on top of the car. "A walrus would be an ideal sort of pet if he could live in the bathtub to keep himself wet. I'd comb out his whiskers and scrub his broad back and brush those big tusks when he finishes a snack. Oh, please, can I have a pet?" Well, Mum and Dad thought about all the suggestions whilst waiting for Jacob to run out of questions. They pondered their choices and finally said, "Why not try your own pet sitting business instead?" The very next day, Jacob put up a sign, "Come one and all, any number is fine. I will care for your pets whilst you take a nice break. They'll have a great time here with Pet Sitter Jake." Look at all the animals he's going to babysit and take care of. In no time at all, Jacob had a full house, 4 dogs, 5 hamsters, 6 cats and 1 mouse. You can see one of the cats coming off the lampshade. A python called Morris lay curled on his bed. 2 donkeys, 5 sheep and 1 horse filled the shed. The kitchen was hopping with rabbits and hares, and somebody's zebra was blocking the stairs. At feeding time, Jacob was run off his feet. Some pets wanted salad and some wanted meat. They needed a hose down with dinner was done, and then it was time for a marathon run. When 2 weeks were up and the owners came back, the house had turned into a flea-bitten shack. The minute the last pet whizzed off into town, Pet Sitter Jake went and pulled the sign down. So, I don't think he liked the idea of this job. that's when he noticed a rather fine snail, just sitting contentedly there on a nail. "Hello there," smiled Jacob. "I don't think we've met." And finally, Jacob had found the right pet. So I hope you could hear all the rhymes in this story. And if we look right at the beginning, there's some lovely pictures of pets, some of them getting into trouble. So if you wanted to follow up, you could draw a picture of a pet you would like to take care of and tell me why.